Raising the bar or raising the standard for yourself is not an easy thing to do at all. There's been plenty of times where I've had to do that for myself in order to progress and get better, whether it's on a physical level, mental level, spiritual level, financial level, anything. I had to raise my standards to progress and get better. All you're doing is just reinventing yourself when you raise your standards. But you have to remember the first thing. In order to raise your standards, you have to know that you're the only person that dictates your own standards. You dictate, you get to decide how you move in this world. Nobody else is going to tell you how to do that. You have to make that choice in here. You have to dictate for yourself that you're going to hold yourself to a certain standard. And when you do that, you're only going to level up. If you keep yourself down here at a low level, just expect to be there. You can't expect yourself to be up here, but you've got standards that are all the way down here. So in order to up your standards, you have to dictate them. Set that standard for yourself and move in that order. Here's a simple example. The way I used to dress. Nowadays, I tend to dress pretty smart casual whenever I step out. Why? Because it fits me. And it made me raise the bar in how I dress. Maybe I'll find a photo of myself some years back and I'll put it on. Because the way I dress now is completely different from how I used to dress. And in order for me to do that, I had to dictate my standard. I told myself that I didn't want to look like the way I looked. In order for me to do that, I had to dress a different way. And that meant that I had to raise my standard. Probably use a few more bucks on my clothes. But it was okay. It made me raise my standard and it leveled me up. It makes me look better, it makes me feel better, right? That's just a simple example of how upping your standards helps your life. But again, you're the only person that can dictate it. Nobody else can. If you're enjoying the video so far, make sure you download my free ebook. Pin in the comment section 3 ways to stay motivated, where I give y'all 3 different ways that I use to stay motivated. So if you're ever down one day and you need something to pick you up just a little bit, go ahead, read that book. It gives you 3 different ways to stay motivated. Yes, I know motivation is fleeting, but sometimes we all need it to pick ourselves up and keep going. 3 ways to stay motivated, pin in the comment section. Go ahead and grab it. You won't regret it. If you're going to talk the talk, make sure that you also walk the walk too. I had to think about what I was saying there for a second. I'm not going to lie. But now, if you're gonna talk the talk, make sure that you walk the walk as well. Seriously, in all seriousness, because we don't want to be out here being frauds, man. That's a no-go. That ain't cool. You don't want to be a fraud. So if you set yourself to a high standard, make sure that you be it. Whatever you're thinking, make sure that you be it as well. Because if the actions don't match up, you're just gonna look like you're trying to compensate for something that you lack. When you tell yourself that you're it, and you start making those steps towards becoming it, and it being that higher standard, things will match naturally. It'll just be a natural progression, and you'll see it as time passes. So if you hold yourself to a high standard, be it. Now, just to quickly wrap up what we've been talking about, in order to up your standards and in order to reinvent yourself, you have to first dictate your standards. Nobody else can do it for you. Only you can do it for yourself. And number 2, if you're going to talk the talk, walk the walk. Make sure that if you set a high standard for yourself, that you start acting like that high standard or become that high standard that you set for yourself. Don't just leave the high standard in your brain. Bring it to life as well. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. And I'll see you on the next one.